If you've been watching videos online recently, you might have noticed that AI video is getting good. Like really good. Like we're starting to wonder if we need to film anything anymore good. Which is not good. Because we film things for a living. Here. We've gone from this to this to this.
Man, we've come a long way.
Okay, great. So AI can make Will Smith eating spaghetti really good now. But how does AI perform in a real production sense? Could we replace a real actor with an AI actor? Do we even need to go to sites and wake up at 5 a.m. and bring a whole production crew out to do something like this anymore? Could we just generate it? That's a big debate even in Hollywood right now, and it's been attempted over the years with varying degrees of success. Most recently, AI Val Kilmer has returned to the screen with the help of the latest generative AI models. But can an AI actor convey the same nuanced emotion as a real actor and make us feel things? To answer this question, we decided to see if we could generate a commercial that we made last year using entirely generative AI. To make the commercial, we'll assume we only have headshots of our actor and a few shots of the location that were taken on a recce. We'll also pit our actor Lawrence against the AI version of himself to see if an AI actor could outact their human counterpart. Before we proceed, I need to say that this is a semi-serious video. In fact, this is a really serious video, because if this technology gets anywhere near our ability to go and do this in the real world, we're f***ed. So that's why it's really important that we do this test and figure out how far this has all come before it could all be too late. Action! So last year we shot this fun commercial for Ready Mix Concrete starring the talented and all-round good guy actor Lawrence Murphy. The commercial sees Lawrence's character, the DIY everyman, waking up early in the morning to mix his own concrete for a pathway, a laborious process that tires him out. He manages just a single barrow load before lunchtime when all of a sudden it's revealed that his partner, played by Acacia Dakin, has already ordered from Ready Mix, saving the day. Lawrence is humbly grateful, albeit delirious, from the morning's work, and there lies the message. Don't DIY your own concrete, just order from Ready Mix. It's a commercial that relies on great acting, a lot of physicality, and some very subtle facial expressions from Lawrence. He really put the effort in this day to shoot take after take in the hot sun, and he was renovating his own backyard at the time, so the performance is very believable and it works well for the ad. But with the recent advances in generative video, could we just generate all of this? Did Lawrence need to get up at 5 a.m. and slug it out on the shovel that day? To answer this question, we need to speak to the one person whose opinion matters in this equation, Lawrence. Because before we generate a single frame, we need to get Lawrence's all clear to create his AI double, which he was totally on board for on the grounds of this being a fair experiment and something to further everyone's knowledge in this space and see what the latest generative AI models can do. So with Lawrence's blessing, we got to work. We allowed ourselves to use a range of photos taken around the time of the ad from Lawrence's studio session. These were great because they show a range of facial expressions that we can use to train the AI, and we also allowed ourselves to use some of the recce shots of the location. Armed with these assets, we gave birth to AI Lawrence. We generated thousands of iterations just to get the right expressions, and there were plenty of fails along the way. Finally, after hours and days of generating and most likely contributing to the price of RAM increasing throughout the world, we had a version to show Lawrence.
I already ordered from ReadyMix. ReadyMix. Ready-made, ready-to-go concrete made easy. Order your hassle-free concrete today.
I think, well, obviously seeing yourself, you can tell, I feel you can tell when it's nailed, at least how I actually look. And then there's these pockets in between when there's certain movements or angles where it kind of just drops the ball and it does look like a different person.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, in terms of like content, could it work? You probably get away with, like, if people are kind of half watching the TV and as long as the message still gets across. But I mean, you can still see the holes. You can go, oh, that's not it. That's, if I watched that and it wasn't me, I'd go, oh, AI. Like, in another year, it's probably going to fix all those holes, and it's going to be an audition will be someone just getting a picture and saying, can we use your likeness?
That's what we were thinking. Like, we try to approach this with, like, okay, let's say Lawrence didn't want to get out of bed at 5 a.m. and slug it out all day, because that was a hard physical shoot. You could get paid the same amount, but you could just come into the studio. Maybe the hair and makeup artist comes in and gives you a bit of a rough up, and then we get a range of shots of you doing the actions and giving us those expressions. But you never had to go to site. You never had to do any of the hard work. What would you think about that?
I mean, the thing that kind of is the best part of acting is being able to do the hard slog. So as in from an actor's point of view, it's kind of like, well, it just takes all the fun out of it. So it really becomes, then it just feels like a job. It's like and then you're dealing with the challenges of kind of green screen where you're pretending something is there that it's not. And then like the level of acting to do that has to then go up. And yeah, it just wouldn't be interesting. Like, it's because it's not about the money. Like, the acting is not about the money. Like, any actor will say it's not about the money because there is no money most of the time. So I think, yeah, it really would feel like a job.
We also showed our internal team here who were on set on the day to see what they thought.
I think it's a good job. Like, from Will Smith eating noodles or pasta to this now, it's fantastic.
I, as a filmmaker, don't want to be sitting in a 4-walled room in front of my laptop and just do this all day long. I want to be out there in the field.
Do we think that AI is going to get to a point where it can, like, intellectually tell its own story and have an understanding of editing and pacing and rhythm and human connections and stories? Like, do we think it'll get to that point?
It will. So it will get to that point. However, you'll always be able to tell, I feel like. And yes, people will say, no, you won't be able to. And you're probably right. But as of right now, it's a great tool for pre-visualization to then get the real result.
In summary, I'd say we can generate part of a commercial, perhaps additional shots of a commercial, but we still need the actor, the crew, the location, the production team to create the emotion. Without this, everything still feels a bit lifeless. And it's worth noting that this process wasn't easy. It was thousands of generations to get results that still don't quite measure up to the real thing. It doesn't quite look like Lawrence. It doesn't quite convey the subtleties that Lawrence was able to convey on the day. What makes this feel real is that someone endured it. If anything, what this experiment has shown is that AI can extend our production capabilities. We can generate a few more insert shots. Perhaps we don't have to quite be on set for as long during the day. We could potentially shorten shoots, get more efficiency. We can change subtle things about the set, the design, the background more easily than we could before. Maybe Lawrence didn't get in shape for the role and we wanted him to be more jacked, so we AI his muscles in. Maybe we wanted to change the tone of the commercial and make it a sinister crime drama. These options seem more possible now than ever before. At least for now, it's still just a tool that we can use to tell stories and increase production value. And hopefully it stays that way. For a while. We'll keep you posted. See you on the next one.